Halloween vlogs. So, Halloween is nearly upon us, and you're probably thinking, what can I do? Well, the answer is simple. Just kill people. Become your own legend. I don't go trick-or-treating. I've never gone trick-or-treating, but I do end up doing other things. Because my mother all has that sort of thing that, like, someone's gonna hand me an apple, it's gonna have a razor blade in it, because suburbia is filled with psychopaths. This is obvious. They're all out to kill you. Halloween is just an excuse to murder small children and get away with it, because who knows where that candy came from. I wasn't allowed to take candy, but I was still allowed to knock on doors. So what me and my friend would do is we'd come up with weird ideas to do on Halloween. Like, for instance, we went Christmas caroling. We'd knock on people's doors and they'd get ready with the candy and they were about to say, "Happy Halloween!" and get rid of us, and we start singing, "Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose." And they're like, "Yes, yes, now leave, go." How does the song go? "You still laugh and call him names, be gone!" And then they paid us and we left. Some of them didn't really care, some thought it was funny, others just were like, "Ha ha 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 ha, closed door, walk away." They ain't got time for Christmas carols in October. What is this crazy nonsense? Next year we did business cards for the mafia, or the devil, one of those. One was one year, one was the next. Not as profitable as singing, unfortunately. We'd knock on people's doors, we'd hand it to them, like, "If you need any people taken care of, call the number." We even left some in the yellow pages, because the yellow pages had been delivered recently, so we like snuck them in, so people would the next morning pick it up and like, "Oh, what?" Start reading them as you do, because you really want to know what really cool businesses there are now. Like, whoa, I didn't even realize there were 12 carpet cleaners in my area. I need to... This is a mess. Gosh. Oh, which one do I call? Decisions! Right, guys, am I right or am I right? So then they'd find our business card and be like, "This was done in Microsoft Paint." Imaginary bin for my imaginary business card. We have such high production values in this vlog. I've just taken a lamp and put it on the floor. Nope, my carpet isn't on fire yet. Bring back the theme to those poisonous apples with the deadly razor blades in them, because you just have to kill the kids twice in a row. We decided the next year after that to continue the tradition. We'd give people apples. We'd knock on their door and give them apples. We wouldn't ask for candy, we'd give them apples. To repeat, we'd give them apples. They didn't really take that very well, for obvious reasons. A stranger knocks on your door and says, "Have food." You think, what's wrong with the food? There was this one guy with a lovely Irish accent. I'm gonna try and impersonate him, and it's gonna be terrible. Hold up the apple and like, "Here, have an apple." Why? 'Cause we're trying to make Halloween healthy. What's wrong with the apple? Nothing is wrong with the apple. It's not poison or anything. Being this sort of smart person and abysmal salesman, I say, well, technically apples do contain trace amounts of cyanide. He was somewhat unconvinced. So he asked me who I was, and I said, "I am the Prime Minister of Australia," which, oddly enough, he was still unconvinced at that point. At some point during this, he decided, maybe I'll take one of the apples. There's nothing wrong with this, is there? No. Okay, so say I take this apple and I give it to my kids. No, don't do that, because this guy was scary. I don't think I've quite demonstrated how scary the guy was. He was like, not kidding, literally said something like, "If there's anything wrong with this apple, I will find you and I will kick you to death." To which I replied, being smart aleck that I am, "Why don't you just punch us?" That did not help the situation. There's nothing wrong with the apple, it's just the guy's intimidating, and if anything wrong happens to his kids, he's gonna blame me and the apple. I'm like, no, I've been sweating on this apple. No, I don't want to give the sweaty apple to the scary Irish man. So I may have convinced him to take my apple, but by that point, I didn't want to give him the apple. So I went home. The end. And then I didn't go out for Halloween ever again. Scary Irish person. Please don't beat me. Feel free to plagiarize these ideas and take them for your own, or come up with better ideas. End screen. Maybe I'll try an end screen this time.